It's Monday. It's not Tuesday, but guess what? This is a special scheduled episode with the great coach himself, Coach Ronnie Shields.
Boxing Source proudly presents Real Boxing with legendary fight trainer Ronnie Shields.
You too.
All right. What's up? What's going on, everybody? That's right. We are here for September 15th, 2025, and this is a special edition of Real Boxing with Coach Ronnie Shields. And I am here, of course, co-host with the most here, Brother Joseph Heron. What's going on, Brother Joe?
Woo, woo, woo. I tell you what, guys, we usually have to wait till Tuesday to have a conversation with the coach, but not tonight. We're visiting with the living legend, future Hall of Fame badass, and the guy who predicted the correct ending to Terence Crawford whooping that ass on Saturday, Coach Ronnie Shields. Woo!
Yep. What's going on there, Coach Ronnie?
Oh man, same old, working every day. But, really enjoyed the fight this past weekend, and want to say congratulations to Bud Crawford on a great fight, for the great strategy. And, he's now the only three-division undisputed welterweight champion of the world. Undisputed champion of the world, not welter.
That's crazy. In the four-belt era, the only guy to have done it. And three weight divisions spanning from junior welterweight, and now super middleweight. Crazy. And now you have all these Bud Crawford haters that are demanding that he go up to 75 and fight Dimitri Bivol. Are they sadistic or just sour grape sore losers? What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, sore losers, man.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, But it's to be expected. It's to be expected. You take the good with the bad in this sport.
Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah, that doesn't apply to Mexican fight fans, apparently, Coach.
Oh.
I tell you what, though, Coach, let me ask you, what did you think of Netflix's production, and what did you think of the commentary team?
No, I thought everybody did a good job. I think they called it like they saw it. Some of them, they called it like they saw it. Not everybody. I didn't agree with everybody, but some of them, a couple of them called it the way it was. And again, we're all looking at the same thing. And somehow, some way, somebody see it different.
Yeah, tomato, potato. I tell you what, though, this is a good day. Hey, brother, do you want to start with the rapid fire Q&A first?
Yeah, we could do that here. So, even though I'm, still over on the West Coast here in Vegas, I still could get in contact with my guy, Brother Morgan. So here he goes.
Either get busy living or get busy dying, or get busy playing rapid fire Q&A with Coach Ronnie Shields.
Oh, wow. Thank you there. Thank you. Thank you so much there. So, with this one, of course, with it being done here with that super fight and everything like that, this is a special edition of Rapid Fire Q&A here, as it is the Is Canelo Getting Old edition. All right. So, this is what we got for the categories.
Woo!
All right. Here we go. What's slower, Canelo's reflexes or AOL dial up internet?
Well, I don't know anything about the AOL, but I think Canelo.
Oh,
Oh
Chingao.
man.
That's
Uh,
terrible. Molasses, coach.
Yeah,
yeah, it
Dude,
was
honestly, man.
it's
really
called
Uh,
bad.
it's called old age and a lot of fights.
Yeah,
yeah, and a lot of partying in between fights.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Viva Mexico Cabrones, sure. You know what I mean? Oh
Oh,
man.
there it is. There it is.
Hey, what you saw there was 20 years of having fights. 20 years or over 70 plus fights. That's what you saw there on Saturday. All right, here we go with more here with this special edition. All right, what's redder, Canelo's hair or his gas tank warning light after round six?
yeah. I think it's gas tank warning light.
Oh, goodness gracious, coach. He had nothing left. And then when he tried, oh man, Crawford just whooped like carved him like a Thanksgiving turkey, coach.
That was the
Those
plan.
step back counters were a thing of beauty.
Told you.
Yeah, man. It pretty much like went every thing that you basically said over the past month or so. You seen it like come to fruition like round by round by round, man. Round by round by round. But then you had the scorecards, which we'll, kind of get into here a little bit later. All right, here we go.
Yeah, and we were also reminded why you didn't make a prediction for Callum Walsh and Fernando Vargas Jr. Jeez, what a colossal
Well,
waste of time that was. Oh
uh,
man, and what was this Dana White thing he said about pacing? And then the main event doesn't start until 1 a.m. Eastern time.
oh my God.
Oh,
Let's see.
you're gonna see the pacing's gonna be a lot better, just like
Uh,
my UFC cards.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah, whatever.
Uh,
When I was like out there at like 12:15, 12:20 Eastern time, and I'm like, they didn't start this, main event. I'm like getting tired. I'm yawning. My eyes like fading away, and then they have the bands playing and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, man, let's just get this fight going, man.
that was
Oh
terrible,
God.
terrible,
I'm like,
absolutely terrible.
yes, but yeah, like you said, with Dana White talking the way he was doing, I'm like, wait a minute. So you're gonna claim that you're gonna have this be, form really fast and not be all late like some of the cards that we've seen in the past, and then you just do the exact same thing. Like, what are we doing here?
No, that was even worse than usual.
Yeah.
They made the top rank ESPN cards after College Game Day look like a well-oiled machine. Chingao, that was terrible, guys. Anyway, let's keep going, man.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. All right. What slipped more? Canelo's head movement or his birth certificate into the AARP office?
Well, it wasn't his head moving for sure. He didn't have any.
um,
Oh, Chihuahua. What happened to him, coach?
Called getting old. You can't
Yeah.
you can't be Father Time, and you could try best you can, and but at some point, you know, I mean, look, that was his what, a 68 fight or 67 fight, something like
oh
that.
no, that's over 70.
No, I think he had like 68, 60, 70. It could be 70,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah, 68. It
yeah,
was 68.
yeah. So after 68 fights, man, with all the training, the running, your body just tells you, hey, man, I'm gonna give you what I got. but it ain't gonna be much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly
Mm,
what happened. You could see it, man. He had no jab at all,
none.
throwing
None.
one punch at a time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he had. And I don't fault him because people still love him and people still support him. As you can see,
Yep.
the crowd was really behind him, trying to push him as best they could. And in some rounds he had spurts where he was able to get off 3, 4 punches, but that was nail and void in a lot of rounds. So, and but as you know, and as we spoke about earlier during the week, the judges, they somehow see things that nobody else sees.
That was ridiculous, coach.
Oh man.
Like that was
Yeah.
ridiculous. That was an easy 10-2,
Should I? Ooh,
And the
maybe
two easy,
10 to
listen.
2, 11-1.
and the two
You,
he gave 2 rounds up just to relax and rest
mm-hmm.
himself a little bit to push
Mm-hmm.
it at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's a good thing he did that because he actually needed the last 2 rounds.
Listen,
That
I
is
scored it
unbelievable.
live. I scored it live, and I had Crawford way ahead.
Yep.
But I just sensed it. I said, you know what? I think it was either after round 8 or round 9, where either he took like a round off
Yeah,
or you had like a good action in round 9 that I felt like Canelo won one of those rounds. And then after like round 10, I said, you know what? I bet you the scorecards are close up to this point. So I said for round 11, I said Crawford had to win round 11 for me to see that he would have sealed that fight. He had to win round 11 in order to seal that fight. And with him winning those exchanges, when they went back and forth for like the majority of that round, I said, okay, I felt like he got it. So when the scorecards were read, and then the first one was 8 rounds to 4, yeah, that's what I had predicted, 8 rounds to 4. But
yeah.
I just felt like it was like a 9-3 or maybe a 10-2.
I had a 10-2
And
all day.
then,
I had it 10-2 easy. Hey,
and
coach.
then,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
And then those last two scores of 115, 113 in favor of Terence Crawford, I was like, oh no. But what made it worse was when I read those scorecards, it was exactly how I felt live. He had to win those last 2 rounds. If
That's
he
pathetic.
didn't, if he didn't, and it was Canelo sweep for those last 2 rounds, Canelo would have won that fight.
Yeah,
That's pathetic. I'll say this, Ronnie. Did you notice how Canelo was reacting in the last 2 rounds with some of those shots?
yeah.
What was going on there? What is that?
I
Didn't that look
don't know.
weird?
It did look weird. It did. Yeah, it was
Like
crazy.
in all of your years of covering this, being in this business, what was that all about? What was going on there?
I don't know, man. I don't know what he was trying to do. He
That
was
was
trying to,
weird.
yeah, he was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to show people, but it was something that it was out of the ordinary. I didn't know where that came from.
I was like, is he hurt? He doesn't look hurt, but
It didn't look
that's
hurt.
weird. Like his
Yeah,
reaction was just weird.
yeah.
Like almost like he anyway, I thought it
Hey,
was
but did
really
you
strange.
notice? Did you notice right in the corner? It wasn't no urgency in the corner of
What?
Canelo. It was no urgency in the corner of Canelo.
No, none. He was just
They,
nice and relaxed,
yeah.
fixing his
I'm talking
hair.
about the trainers.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
you
I'm
mean
saying.
Eddie and
Nobody was
Chapo?
saying you behind. You need to do this. Need to do that. Nobody anything because
Mm.
I think they're so used to him winning rounds that he didn't actually win. They might have thought he was up, so they never showed any urgency whatsoever
Well, you know
in the
what? You
corner.
might be right because the Golden Jew, Ellie Sekbeck, scored the fight. He had it 9 rounds to 2 going into the 12th.
For
For
who?
Canelo. For
Huh?
Canelo. Yep.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, when I see Ellie, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him.
Hey, I'll put it this way.
Woo!
At least, at least your response is a little bit toned down from what he's seen already from him having that score. So I'll just say that. But yeah, there's no way that Canelo
He had it
won
9 rounds to 2 for
9 rounds.
Canelo.
He already had
That's
it. He already had it written out.
Oh my
oh,
gosh, man.
so
How
so
much
he
is
channeled.
Canelo paying you, brother?
Oh man, so he channeled the his inner Adelaide bird. Okay, gotcha.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's just his
Well,
inner dick rider. I'm sorry.
well,
Did I say that on the air? My
oh
apologies.
man. All right, let's keep going here with the special edition.
Sorry, guys, for the kids, the Johnson rider. My
Yeah,
apologies.
yeah. All right, here. I think you may have answered this one to a certain extent already here, Coach, but we're gonna go with it. Tougher opponent for Canelo, Bud Crawford or Father Time?
Oh, Father Time for sure.
No.
He's at that point, man. You know, I don't know how hard it is for him to get up in the mornings or to go run anymore or to even get in the gym and train anymore. I don't know because I haven't seen him. But, at a certain point in your life, in your career, now, especially after this loss, I would be surprised if he said, you know what, I'm going to call it a career. Or I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted a rematch.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should start doing fact or fiction because, yeah, this is starting to give some of the fact or fictions away. Do you want to go ahead and start it?
Let me see. What's a few more that we got? I think there's a couple more that I wanted to ask you.
Well, skip around, man. Let's
Oh,
get to it,
yeah.
man.
All right, here we go. Better defense, Canelo's guard or Social Security protected his retirement check?
That might be a tie.
Push, push.
I would say a push for
Oh,
that.
Chingao.
Oh man.
Wow.
Okay. All right, let's do this next one then. Which look older, Canelo's legs or VHS tape of Rocky 2?
I think Canelo's legs.
Oh man.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, man. Now, you know what's funny, Ronnie? Do you remember when Emmanuel used to give everything away and he would just blurt out what he saw like as early as the first round?
Oh, yeah.
And he would say exactly how the fight's going to play out?
Oh, yeah.
What would he have said within the first 2 rounds of this Canelo Terence Crawford fight? Can you imagine?
He just said, this motherfucker's done.
Man, look at him. I don't like the way his legs look. He looks like a shot fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this Terence Crawford, this is going to be an easy fight for him. This is the real reason why he moved up and took this fight. There's no bad blood or nothing like that. He took this fight because he saw a lame duck. He saw a shot fighter. And he would say that stuff on the air.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
It's like, wait a minute, why are you ruining the suspense, Emmanuel? He did that all the time, and I used to call him out on it. It's like, what are you talking about, Joseph? I don't do that. And I'm like, yes, you did. You ruined the entire broadcast. It's like, I remember, and this is for Ricky Hatton. I remember when Ricky fought a shot Jose Luis Castillo. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do.
Within the first 30 seconds, he said, man, I don't look like the way his legs look. He looks like a shot fighter.
Yeah.
He's got no legs underneath him. And let me tell you something, Ricky Hatton's going to knock him out probably within 4 rounds with a body shot. And what happened? What was the end result? 4th round knockout via body shot. Ricky Hatton. I'm like, dude, Manuel, what are you doing?
He called it.
I'm just calling it like I see it, Joseph. Oh, Mr. Manuel, man, the greatest.
Greatest, man. Like I said, I'm planning on a show here real soon. For Coach Emmanuel here, so y'all be on the lookout for that. All right, we got 2 more here that we're going to do. Which faded faster, Canelo's hand speed or Polaroid picture in the sun?
I don't
Do
want to
you
sound
remember
like I'm
those
beating
days,
up.
Ronnie?
Oh yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm beating up on Canelo, but Canelo.
Oh man. Uh, yeah, it's that bad. It was that bad. Oh goodness.
Ah, dude. Hey, this is one for you, cabrones! Viva Mexico, cabrones! Woo!
Oh man. All right. So let's do
Mexico,
this last one
Mexico.
here. Let's do this last one here. Okay. Which is more shocking? Canelo slowing down or gas being under $3 again?
Canelo slowing down.
Oh,
Uh,
chinga.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, coach. You called it. You saw it coming from a mile away, and no one else
Yeah.
did. At least very few did, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Mhm.
size is just going to be way too big. There's no way that the weight divisions matter and blah. Yeah, well, apparently Bomac saw exactly what Coach Ronnie did.
Mhm.
There it is.
And some
That's
of
why you
the
get the big bucks, Coach.
and some of the people putting in money saw that too because they were really, putting their money in for Crawford ever since those odds opened. So it was like, uh, come on. We seen it. We seen it over his past few fights. When you have expectations of a guy that is, has been defending the undisputed super middleweight championship and then has his bouts against fighters that you see that shouldn't really be in the ring with him, and yet he's able to go 12 rounds against those guys, and you're like, um, yeah, there's something about Canelo right there. So when you're going up against an extraordinary talent like Terence Crawford, then you're like, you know what? I think Terence Crawford could get him. And Coach Ronnie's seen it. I saw it. Joseph saw it, and a number of
Well,
people that.
here's the thing, though. You heard a lot of Mexican fans thinking that Canelo was going to stop Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Can you
because
imagine how
yeah,
devastated they must be right now?
yeah, but but they're living in the past. And when you
Yeah.
go back and you look at Canelo, and you go back and you look at his past, then yeah, he was a dangerous guy. That Canelo 5 years ago, yes, he beat Terence Crawford. Probably stop
Yep.
him.
Yep.
But this Canelo, no, absolutely not. You
Oh
know,
man.
and Crawford is the older fighter, but he has less fights and less wear and tear.
Yep.
Much less. Yep.
There it is. Hey man, let's do some fact or fiction.
All right,
Woo!
we'll go ahead with the fact of fiction here in a moment. We gotta give a shout out to those here watching live and participating in the chat. Like Brother Lance here in the building says, "What's up,
What's up,
gentlemen?"
Lance?
There you got you got Adam saying, "El Crawford they slapped Canelo around like a redheaded step El Nino." Oh, I'm sorry. We'll talk about this podcast.
Ah,
And shout
chingo.
out to my guy, Tip Bayless here, who was also out in Vegas here this weekend here. So, you know what I mean? And Coach Beast here in the building saying that he says in reference to Demetrius Andrade, says that Andrade would knock out that Canelo there that he said in the interview here recently.
No, I think that's another Martinez versus Mbili fight, is what I think.
Oh,
Both
man.
shots at this time. Yeah, that's like neck
Oh,
and neck.
man. Yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, we're gonna switch things up a little bit. We're gonna split up something here because we got a special guest here to give us a voiceover here real quick. So let's do it. All right.
Woo!
Hey, there he is.
Hey, this show needed the cash cow back to introduce fact or fiction.
Oh
Woo!
man, thank you there, Floyd. All right. So here we go with the first one here on fact or fiction. All right. Now we undoubtedly know why Canelo never fought David Benavidez or made a rematch with Dimitri Bivol. Fact or fiction?
Oh, that's definitely a fact.
Mm.
So again, if that was the younger Canelo, yes. The older Canelo, no. And you see the thing with Benavidez is busy, so
Hmm.
he wouldn't be able to keep up with Benavidez. Benavidez he throws so many punches, tall, lanky, you know,
Good
and
engine.
oh yeah, great engine, and he'd have been way too much for Canelo right now. So I mean, and I've understood it the last 4 or 5 years why he never wanted that smoke. So and truth be told, he'll never say it, but that's the truth. That's the reason why he didn't want to get in with Benavides.
There it is. There it is, guys. Now you know. Now you know.
Mm.
Woo!
So
Now let me ask
supposedly,
you this, Coach. Does he beat at this point? Can he beat any of the top guys at 68 or 75?
It'll be really tough for him. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think he beats it. I don't think he beat anybody at 175 right now. I really and truly don't think he would beat anybody at
And
170.
68.
At 68, I mean, look, I thought Mbili was a lot better than what he showed the other night. He's very active, but he gets hit with everything. And I think he has a chance to beat Mbili right now, really and truly, because Mbili is going to walk right to him, which he loves. He don't have to look for you, and Billy's not going to turn him the way Crawford was turning him and using the jab.
Mm.
And Billy is going to be right in front of him, and that's what he needs. He needs you, and Billy is busy, so he may not want to get in with Billy because and Billy is going to make him work harder than he normally have to work. But Billy is easier to hit, and if you see, you can hit him with uppercuts anytime you want to.
yep.
Nella loved to throw the uppercuts behind the body shot. So, but at this stage of Canelo's career, I don't think he would take that fight right now. It's too hard. He
Yep.
would have to work too hard in order to beat this guy.
There it is. And Jaime Alvarado, welcome to the show, sir. And we'll get to that coming up in
Well,
Fact or Fiction. Thank you very much, sir.
well, when you're getting paid, I guess $150 million to face Terence Crawford, um, where you could have had that same, I guess, around that same amount of money for David Benavidez. I guess the choice was pretty clear for Canelo Alvarez when it came to that. So him facing David Benavidez, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. And the Bevo, you kind of seen here in this match against Terence Crawford, in the previous match against Dimitri Bevo, and against Floyd Mayweather Jr. How the matchup is just not good for someone like Canelo Alvarez.
No,
You have a very good or a great jab. You're able to move in and out of the pocket. Therefore, Canelo, you're not, flat-footed. You have good timing when it comes to, you know, stepping in and stepping out. Then it's something for Canelo where he's going to have a lot of problems. And y'all mentioned the thing there with Eddie Reynoso. As I wasn't able to, watch. I haven't watched it here, but Eddie Reynoso to me doesn't really give good pointers as far as like adjusting to what the opponent does. When you have someone that has the skill level of a Terence Crawford or Floyd Mayweather, or even when he had Oscar Valdez when he fought Shakur Stevenson. So there you go. All right, here we go with number two. Canelo fans will need at least 2 years of serious therapy after the shellacking that Crawford gave their red-headed hero. Fact or fiction?
oh no, that could be a fact.
Coach, it's a weird thing. And that's the crazy thing about boxing. Look, you and I both know when our Cowboys lose, it ruins you the first 2 days of your week. You don't
Absolutely
start feeling good about life until about Wednesday.
right.
But boxing is different
Yeah,
because if you love that fighter and you support that fighter, a diehard fan, seeing him getting beat up it's almost traumatic to certain fans now, isn't it?
Oh, there's no doubt. But because you're so used to Canelo winning every time, you know, every now and then, like the last few years, when he fought before he lost, and he came back, with a win, you know. But it is, I think it's hard for Canelo now to get up in the mornings to go run, then to say I'm gonna go to this gym and do this for 7, 8 weeks, or maybe even longer. Depends on how he do his training camps. You
Mm.
know, when you get a certain age and you got a lot of money, that's got to be hard to get up in the mornings to do that. And no doubt he still loved the sport. I still see that in him. But I think if he ever fights again, it's going to have to be a rematch with Terence Crawford, and I don't think he can do much better than he did in the first fight.
No, I think it's worse, Coach,
Yeah, yeah, I think
because
it
But
is.
Terrence Crawford, he
for
already has
another
his
$150
number. He
million,
knows it.
it may be worth it for another $150 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
I
Well,
don't see him.
something tells me
I don't
that's
see him
coming up
taking
in
it in
fact
the.
of fiction also. But
Uh,
I'll say this though, Coach. That's see, what I'm saying though is for the fans, I can understand why they're taking this so hard, and they're almost in denial. Oh, it was a close fight. Well, no, it wasn't. No,
Well,
I mean, look at the scorecards. It was a close fight. No, it wasn't.
no, it wasn't.
And
no, it
and
wasn't.
so
And
look, it's different when you blow a save in baseball.
Yeah,
If you let Tom Brady go down the field and have a game winning drive,
or you mean
if
Eli
you let
Manning?
Michael Jordan drain the last three to win, that's different from getting your ass whooped.
yeah,
Someone beat your ass
yeah.
physically and
Yeah.
and figuratively and literally. Like that's got to be hard for fans.
But still, I think Canelo could have made it a better fight if he had jabbed more.
I
You know,
agree.
but Crawford didn't have to worry about that. Canelo only wanted to come in with body shots or hit him at the top. you know. And Crawford took some pretty good shots because he hit
Yeah.
Crawford with a couple of right hands that I've seen him knock people out with. But Crawford rolled away from it. You know, he didn't get hit flush with too many. He was rolling away from him. You know, moving his head, getting out of the way of it, and and I think he took Canelo's best shots, and Canelo was like, man, you know, and when you're used to hitting guys and they falling, then all of a sudden that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
You know, as that fighter, you start slowing down now because now you're trying to load up on everything.
Hmm. And the thing was, and I seen it. Those first five, 4, 5, or 6 rounds. Canelo had the strategy to connect with the left hook to the body.
Yep,
To try to get Crawford to either drop down his guard, try to get him to feint towards that,
yep,
or to weaken his power. But once he's seen that Crawford did not properly respond to that, then it was like, okay, now I know who I'm in here with. And actually, I didn't see Canelo really change up his offensive output until basically it was too late, round 9 or 10, because as I say, um, Canelo used that punch that I call an overcut. You have an uppercut, but you have an overcut where you go over the top and then downward. So you didn't see that from Canelo until like much later in the fight, where maybe that could have thrown off Crawford a little bit if Canelo used it earlier. But as y'all mentioned, he wasn't using the jab at all, to try to get within range and stuff like that. So it made it it made it a lot easier for Crawford. I mean,
yeah. Crawford was able to rest because of that. Because Canelo was just walking straight in. trying to
Mhm.
hit him with one shot at a time.
Yep.
So
And
is that why he stayed in the southpaw position the entire
oh,
fight to
Oh yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. He said it. He said in the interview that he wanted to turn right-handed, but the corner told him no, stay left-handed. And I thought that was very great advice for them to tell him to stay southpaw because Canelo couldn't get nothing off. He was confused. He's confused when he fights southpaws. He just have a hard time with throwing punches that way. And and as many fights as Canelo has had, and he's fought a lot of southpaws before, but he just have trouble with southpaws. It's just something that I don't know if it's mental with him that he don't feel he can get his shots off maybe because he definitely didn't throw a lot of combinations at Crawford.
Coach, maybe it's time that they stop paying Yoenli Hernandez to come in every single camp and whoop his ass. Maybe he's leaving a piece of himself in the gym. You know Yoenli.
Yeah, I do. But I didn't think Yoeli was the right guy to bring in for this fight. You know, because number one, he's much taller than Crawford. Number one. Number two, he's a really good fighter, and he
He's a
throws a lot of punches.
monster.
He does. He's really busy, so he probably a lot busier than Crawford. So maybe that's why. I mean, when you got headgear and 16-ounce gloves on, it's so much easier for to throw a lot more punches. So in the
Mm,
gym, I'm pretty sure he was doing that. But when you put them 10-ounce gloves on, it's a different story.
mm.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Yoenli Hernandez, Canelo, note to Canelo, stop paying that boy to whoop your ass and work
Well.
you over during camp so you've got nothing
Mm-mm,
left for the fight.
mm-mm,
Chingao.
But
mm-mm.
he also fought with boots.
But
Yeah, and
that
Canelo was
in that
boots
right
higher.
there,
Yep.
and that right there pretty much signaled where Canelo was overall because what you saw in that fight, you pretty much had that happen in camp, where you seen that 20-year professional Santoso Alvarez Barragan, in him not being able to be active with the punches and stuff like that. Because when you have that matchup problem, like we've been mentioning there with Terence Crawford, him being at a southpaw the entire fight, you're pretty much giving away, or you can't get to like half of the body there of Terence Crawford. So you really have to work in order to get within range. And you didn't see that from Canelo with not throwing the jab and not, moving, I guess moving his head or, trying to shift off or shift over and then try to work Crawford. Just the same strategy of try to score with the left hook to the body and see if he could work from there. And
Yeah.
when it didn't work, that's a problem. Um, we had, I think you kind of like answered this one here with the factor of fiction, but Canelo Alvarez can't defeat any of the top fighters at 68 or 75 at this juncture of his Hall of Fame career. Factor of fiction.
No, that's definitely a fact. I can't see him beating too many guys now. He still has the power, but he just slowed down a lot. And I just, I don't like to see people overstay their careers.
Yeah.
But he need to really sit down with his team, his family, and somebody there need to say, "Hey, man, enough is enough." You know, you've done everything you can in this sport. You had a Hall of Fame career, and you can't do this forever. You know, you've made all the money that you can live 3 lifetimes for, and enough is enough.
Yep.
And I just hope that because, but his career is so good, I would hate to see him step in with a guy like Benavidez now, just
No.
because to say it, I never run for nobody. Forget that. All that's over with. But to get hurt and can't enjoy your life now. because because you did something foolish. I would
What
rather
would
see
be
him
an
go out.
uglier? Would it resemble, Coach Julio Cesar Chavez versus Oscar De La Hoya?
Oh, absolutely. It will mimic that.
Ugh.
It will definitely mimic that. Absolutely. You
Yeah,
know.
and Chavez got that twice.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
look, when it's time, it's time. You can't. You want it so badly because you want to go out a winner, but you are already a winner. So you don't have to prove anything. You've already proved everything. You're in the record books all over the place. That's and enough is enough. You can't. You got kids that you have to look after now. You can have fun with your kids, man, and just raise your family. Be a great father like you are, and just continue that and enjoy your wife and your kids, and enjoy your life. You don't have to get out of boxing. There's always something you can do. And but I just hopefully that he said, this was it for me.
Mm. Let me see
I agree.
if I could just
Well said, Coach.
share this thing here real quick from Canelo soon after the fight. He says, "Yeah, I feel very proud of everything I've achieved so far. We always want to win, but I accept this defeat with humility and learning. I am very grateful to my team for all the sacrifices we made together over all these years. I already won because I had my family with me and millions of fans who have never stopped supporting me. Viva Mexico, cabrones!"
Oh, you know what? Does that sound like a farewell speech right there, Coach?
It's kind of sort of did, but
Yep.
still, when fighters go back and they look at these fights, oh man, I knew I could do this. I knew I could do that. You know,
Oh
and then
boy.
you
Yep.
have everybody in that ear because they want that payday, and they telling you, man, all you had to do was this. If we just got to get back in the gym and we got to, they don't understand that his body is tired,
Yep.
and you're just going to kill it more when you bring him to another 10 to 12 week training camp.
Oh, brutal, brutal, Coach.
Gonna
And
be
in the immortal words of Larry Merchant, every great fighter feels like they still have one more championship performance left in them.
Of course, especially when you got
Most
people in
of them
your ear.
don't. Yep.
three.
Oh boy.
I think it'll be three of the most important people to Canelo Alvarez at this point are going to be his wife, his oldest daughter, and Eddie Reynoso.
And Mauricio Suleiman.
Oh, no. Oh,
Hey, did you see
no.
Mauricio got in the ring, right?
Yeah, he got in the
Yep.
ring.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know how, but I didn't ask him about it, before the fights because I was out there with their
But you know what?
event that
He
they
was the
had.
only one. I didn't see nobody else.
Yeah, I didn't
I
see.
didn't see anyone else either.
Yeah,
Hey man, look,
Gustavo was there.
with that ring, how could you not let him in the ring?
Yeah.
Come on. With that beautiful WBC ring that they gave to the winner.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Holy
yeah, I was
shnikes.
there. Oh, I was there when they had it, man. That over 10 grand. Whew. I almost
Beautiful.
they what was it? When I saw Mauricio on what was that Thursday? Yeah, and he presented that ring to Rachel Donaire, and Rachel Donaire put on that ring and said it could
Oh
probably fit
jeez.
into
Man
him.
looked like as big as her fist.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was big.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, almost had it on, but I was like, oh no, that was something. And to have it like open up and then you see the stadium with the two names on it, it's crazy. It was crazy. All right, here we go with this one here. Terence Bud Crawford isn't an all-time great, but merely a throwback within a mediocre era. Fact or fiction?
Fiction. He is an all-time great. He is. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. His record. It speaks for itself. You know, what, 5 weight classes he was world champion, three, the only one to win three undisputed in 3 weight classes. Come on, man. Nobody's going to beat that for a very long time.
So
Yeah.
you don't think it's just a weak era?
Oh, no. It's not a weak era.
There it is. I think this is a perfect time for top 10, James.
All right, yeah, let's transition into that here. So we're gonna do that in hold on, here we go. Oh man, oh there he goes.
Maybe, just maybe, it's time for Coach Ronnie's top 10. Bing!
Dang, I ain't even hear his comments either. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. I mean Terence Crawford, look what he did. No, I missed that too.
Oh my
I missed
God,
a
dude!
whole
Did
lot,
you hear
not being
his?
able to watch it.
Did you
Oh,
hear his pre-fight analysis with Stephen A. Smith?
oh no,
Oh
no.
man, that was
Oh, man.
cringe, dude.
Listen, I was at least I was able to get to the stadium at around like six, like before the main card happened, and then getting out. Oh my god, I didn't get back to the hotel till before 2 a.m. local time. That's how long it took. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Top 10. This is the category here, Coach Ronnie. So here we go. You read it right there.
Oh, top 10 pound for pound fighters of the past 50 years.
All right.
Woo!
This should be a good one here.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
see if Bud Crawford made this list.
All right. And we'll see. And we'll see what Coach Ronnie thinks about his top.
Woo!
All right. Here we go with number 10.
Evander Holyfield, only 4-time heavyweight champion and perhaps the greatest cruiserweight ever. Courage, heart, skill in wars against Tyson, Bowe, and Lewis sealed his legacy. Oh, that's no digging, no doubt. But number 10, I don't know, man. I gotta see
Oh, we'll have
what's
to
in front of him.
see
I gotta see what's in front of the real deal.
who's in
Mm-hmm.
front of him, James.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here we go. We go right into it. Number 9.
Terence Crawford, 3 division world champion, undisputed at both junior welterweight and welterweight. Not slaying giants at super middleweight. His adaptability, power, and IQ make him one of the most complete fighters in modern history. True that, true that. But I gotta see what's ahead of him now. Because because look, this guy is making history. He's
Mhm.
making history, right?
Weak era,
These,
coach.
these other guys are not doing that. So let me see.
Weak era, coach.
All
Here we go.
right. All right.
I'm just jiving with you, coach.
Got
All
you.
right.
I got you.
This is for a
Woo!
really, really good one.
Trying to get
All
you back
right.
for Jody Watley, coach.
Yeah. Here we go. We're going to get right into it here with number 8.
Bernard Hopkins, the executioner ruled middleweight for a record 20 title defenses, then reinvented himself at light heavyweight in his late 40s, a master technician with iron discipline. Yes, I got to give it to B Hop. But Holyfield jumps over him. Crawford jumps over him too.
Okay, let's remember
All right.
that. Right on.
All right. So now we got, like Hopkins is now down to number 10 here currently.
Yep.
But here we go. We got a good little bit here left to go. All right. Here we go. Number 7.
Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., the Mexican warrior with relentless pressure, granite chin, body punches, brilliance, his dominance at lightweight and super lightweight defined De Niro. Yes, it did. But push him back to 10.
You think he's
He goes to number
Hopkins?
10. Look,
Oh,
he had a
no.
great career, no doubt. But still, he only fought, to me, a handful of fighters that were really, really great.
You know, before you started reading that, Ronnie, I thought you were going to say, hell no.
Yeah, I changed my mind, but the hell no. But
He
I'll put
said,
him number
"Yeah,
10.
we've been drilling the Mexican fight fans all day, man.
Oh
Let's give him
man.
a break. I'll
All
take
right.
out the hell no."
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's
So he's
get
number
in.
10 now. He's
Yeah,
been
he's number
demoted,
10.
James.
Oh man, jeez, we gonna have to remix this whole list once we get done with it. All right, here we go. Number 6.
Hell with a good defensive wizard who slick southpaw, style frustrated even the best. Repeat made elite fighters punches miss by piling up points wins from lightweight to light middleweight. Definitely. Now you're doing it right. Just take that. Yes. And
Well,
everybody know he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. The
hmm
judges screwed him, gave him a draw. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Pernell Whitaker definitely. But let me see who's in
yeah,
him.
Oh,
yeah, because
oh.
hey, this top 5 is an interesting top
All
5,
right,
but
let's do it. Top
we
5.
gonna see. All right, number 5.
Roberto Duran.
El Manos de Piedra.
Yeah,
I'll do it for you, coach.
there you go. Carried terrifying power from lightweight to middleweight. Yep. Combining ferocity and underrated defense and recraft. Yeah, you got to give it to Roberto. He belongs in the top 10, definitely. But I still would put Holyfield over him and Whitaker. I would put Whitaker over him too.
Woo!
Mm,
Love it. Man, I
mm.
can't wait to see the top 4.
Yeah, top 4. But hey,
Woo!
since he got like Duran lower, that puts one of my guys up there in the top 5. But we still got 4 more left to go. Here we go, number 4.
Roy Jones Jr. in his prime, nearly untouchable. Yep, a combination of freakish athleticism, reflexes, and creativity, even leaping up to win a heavyweight title from John Ruiz. Yes, I agree. Roy Jones, one of the best of the best, and I can't say much about Roy as far as him being at that level, but yes, I keep Roy right where he is right now.
Wow, I can't believe we didn't hear a butt after that. Whoa!
Roy
Woo!
was good. He was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. My
But
thing more
No buts
right,
on Roy.
right? The only thing with
woo!
Roy
I
was
thought hold on. I thought you were gonna say this, but he stayed in the ring way too long.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I didn't want to mention that, but
Okay, then we won't mention it. I'm
All
sorry.
right, got it. All right, now here we go. We're
Guys,
down.
look, honestly, I think this is probably the most interesting top 10 we've ever done. I'm really
Oh
excited to hear what he
yeah.
has to say about the top 3.
Oh yeah.
here we
Oh
go.
yeah. All right, here
Let's
we
do it.
go. Number 3.
Manny Pacquiao, the only division world champion, his explosive speed and relentless aggression made him a nightmare from like flyweight to welterweight. Yeah, and because of that, I think Manny, yeah, he deserved to be down there. Definitely deserve it.
Hmm.
But he was on
Oh,
that juice.
No, no, no.
yeah, but he
All
never
right.
failed the test, so
Hmm.
Yeah, well, you're
that kind
right. You got to give him that. Never failed a test.
Okay. Here we go. Number 2.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., the modern definition of technical mastery, undefeated across 5 weight classes and unmatched defensive skills, IQ, and adaptability. Yes, absolutely. I agree with Floyd being there. You know, I,
Wait a minute. Then who's number 1? Hey, if you're not putting TBE number 1, who the hell's number 1 then?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't understand this. Don't
Come
you
on,
understand?
who's number 1
Listen,
then?
don't you understand that I'm a hell of a fighter?
Is it Marvin Hagler?
Why would you? Why would you not put me at number one?
This is
Is
why.
it
Here it
Alexander
is.
Usyk?
Here's number 1.
Sugar Ray Leonard, nope. The Golden Boy from 1980, fast-paced superstar, and
Woo!
ability to adapt against legends like Herman Duran Hagler. Yeah, few epitomize pound for pound greatness better. You know what? Much as I like Ray, But Ray is definitely not number one. No. I'm surprised Orlando Usyk wasn't even in the top 10 because he deserved to be in the top 10. Being
Weak era, coach.
undisputed cruiserweight, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and you put Sugar Ray Leonard? Oh, hell no. No,
Hey.
You're
no.
not even in the
Wow.
top 10,
Look,
coach.
I love Ray. But no, absolutely not. Not number one.
Wait. You do realize we didn't say Sugar Shane Mosley. We said Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
I understand what you said. And Sugar Ray Leonard, I'll put him in the top 12.
Oh, shit.
But
Woo!
Usyk deserves it. He deserves number one.
We're going to have to invite Max Kellerman on to get under Coach's skin, man, with that grindy ass voice and his weird top 10 lists. Wouldn't you love to hear that, James?
I would. But wow, Alexander Usyk.
Wait a minute.
Here's the thing.
Coach, Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greats of all time.
Yeah, he was one of the greatest of all time. Give him a lot of credit too. But not ahead of all those guys. No.
Oh, I love it.
Alexander Usyk being able to defeat, the top, two fighters in the cruiserweight division to become undisputed, defend that undisputed championship against Tony Bellew,
Yeah.
go up to the heavyweight division, defeat a top 3 fighter in Anthony Joshua twice, and to defeat the number 1 fighter in the heavyweight division, Tyson Fury, twice.
Yep.
And then become undisputed again after they stripped him of the IBF by knocking out Daniel Dubois this year.
Yep.
Yeah, well, how would he have fared in the 90s?
Huh?
How would he have fared in the 90s?
It'd have been tough for him. It'd have been because the guys were like.
That's why he's not in the top 10, Coach.
Oh no, but we talking about that in their era. In their era, no.
Yeah.
He fought the best of the best in his era.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Now, just temporarily,
moving Chavez Sr. and putting Alexander Usyk in there?
We could take Chavez out and put him by number 20.
Oh! Something tells me someone still, after all these years, sore after the Alamodome incident.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I would be too. I would be too, right?
Mexico.
Jeez.
Woo! I love it, Ronnie.
Dude,
this is the most fun top 10 list we've ever done.
Yeah. And
this was awesome.
Like, if you would have had, Sugar Ray Leonard on there, like, if you put him like number 1 or number 2, my thing is, I would have Pernell Whitaker top 3 or top 4.
Oh, no doubt.
Pound for pound.
Then, Coach, who is your number 1?
I would give it to Usyk right now.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would give it to Usyk, and I would put Crawford at number 2.
And then you'd put Sade at number 3.
No, Sade goes to the top. You have a dual. You have a dual number 1.
No, Joe. Hey, Joe, when it comes to Sade, it's basically like KRS One said. She is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There you go.
Man, you stole that from Jimmy Walker. Be quiet. Samantha, the human panther.
Oh, man.
Let's go back to Factor Fiction. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, we got to go back to fiction. Oh, where's he at? Oh, yeah, there he goes.
Hey, this show needed the cash cow back to introduce Fact or Fiction.
Man, I'm still pissed at Ronnie for not making me TBE number 1.
Yeah, we had to pay a little bit more for that little thing there, man. All right, yeah, let's go with this at number 5. A rematch with Canelo is the only option for Bud if he hopes to generate a similar purse to Saturday night's earnings. Fact or fiction?
Oh, that's fiction, man. He's gonna make way more money if they do a rematch. He's gonna definitely make more than $10 million. That's for sure.
I heard he made 50 for this fight, coach.
Yeah.
Well, I think with everything, I think it was guaranteed 10, but
Oh, okay.
with other things that was involved,
You
yes,
may be right, coach.
he can make close to $50 million.
You may be right, coach.
Yep.
Yeah. What was the hold on, the numbers there? 41 million global viewers watching the fight there
So
live.
let me ask you
Yeah.
something then, coach. Do you think, as a result of this performance in front of 41 million global watching this,
Right.
do you think he's the biggest star of the sport? Or do you think
No.
maybe after this, his fights will be he can pick and choose whomever he wants and he'll still make that same money?
No. Absolutely not.
Just
Hmm.
something
You know.
about Crawford just doesn't.
Hey, he wasn't ever a big draw.
Yeah.
Just a guy that can fight.
And
And
so you don't think that changed after this performance?
no,
Hmm.
Man.
absolutely.
Sorry, bud.
Mm.
I don't think it happens overnight like that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It doesn't happen overnight,
Well, let me
and
ask you this then, Coach. Is there anyone outside of a rematch with Canelo that would come close to earning that same money?
I think with Benavidez it would. I think
That's not going to
Benavidez.
happen.
No, that's not going to happen. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't do it either. I
Nope.
wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. You know. I think if Canelo says no to a rematch, then Crawford is going to be left in limbo because it's going to be tough to fight any of those other guys because the money is not going to be there. And I think he'll do better going down to 160 because I think they're going to try to put that kid Hamas Shiraz up front if nothing else happens. You know,
Wow.
and that's not a good fight for Crawford, in my opinion.
Nope. Nope. Not good at all.
So
Well,
Mm-mm.
I think
here
he goes
comes
down
Chris
to one.
Eubank at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, that's a great.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm with you, Coach. He might want to think about retirement if he can't get the rematch with Canelo. I don't see anything that comes close to generating those kinds of dollars.
No, oh no, you know, nobody's as popular as Canelo. So there's no way he can go right now to generate, you know, $50 to $100 million. I mean, they can give it to him, of course. They can afford to give it to him, but probably they will give him that kind of money to fight Shiraz, probably. But I think that's a terrible fight for him
Yep.
at this point.
The height disparity, the reach. Yeah. Not
Everything,
good, Coach.
everything. This guy's too
Let's see
busy.
the punch.
Yeah, it's a totally different fight. With
Yeah. And,
with
he's not a
Shiraz,
shot
with
fighter.
Benavidez. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
it's not worth it for him coming off a big win like this. It's not worth it for him to do that against a Benavidez or Shiraz. I don't think he should do it.
Yeah. I mean, my thing was the momentum that Crawford had after his win against Errol Spence Jr. I didn't think that it carried over to the point where it wouldn't really matter who Crawford fought. A lot of people would, watch him. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
even with them, going after Israel Madrimov, like that should have been something where, okay, it's Terence Crawford. We have to see him because he's the pound for pound number one fighter. He did this. He was at the time, two division undisputed champion. But you didn't get that interest there for Terence Crawford. So even with this win over Canelo Alvarez, it still doesn't necessarily carry over there. Even though Netflix is trying to do a good job of pushing Terence Crawford, making him the headline there on their social media. So I guess
Yeah.
they're going to try that out.
Well, we'll see. Sometimes Fans, fans are funny, you know. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yep, most definitely, most definitely. All right, here we go with number 6, talking about Netflix. There, if Netflix isn't interested in paying the licensing fee for a rematch, get ready for Canelo versus Jake Paul at cruiserweight on Cinco de Mayo weekend in 2026. Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fiction.
Man,
I
I
don't.
hope so, Coach.
Me too. I hope so too. I don't think Canelo, after a great career, will want to get into that circus part of it. You know, I know the money's going to be good for him, but it'll be more of a circus than anything.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely would. I mean, I know that they had initially kind of hinted at it earlier this year, but it didn't necessarily go through and things like that.
Well,
So,
I think if he would have beat Crawford, it probably would have happened. But now that he lost, I can't see that happening.
mm, gotcha.
Yeah, oh, it's tough. Honestly, I could see them having a rematch and then them both retiring, to be honest.
That'd be great, man. I mean, it really would. I think it really would. For me, I think that's the only fight that makes sense for Crawford right now. Is a
Yep.
rematch with Canelo.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
Canelo is
Yep.
willing to, that's the only one that makes sense. The others don't
There's
make
no
sense.
money in fighting boots.
You know, that's like going up to heavyweight and winning the title. Okay, you went up there, you won it, and you came back down. You come
Yeah.
back. You don't stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good, Coach.
Yep.
I tell you what, I think Coach is speaking some sense. I think he's pulling out the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think with Canelo and Crawford, they kind of they seem like they have that general genuine respect for each other. So
Yeah,
even though with that competitiveness, that competitive spirit that both of them have, that they would be willing to do it again if that opportunity presents itself. So we could
Well,
see.
opportunity, the money. But
Yeah.
will Netflix be willing to pay that kind of licensing fee? Will they be interested in a rematch?
Hmm.
Because to be honest, it wasn't close.
Yeah, it wasn't close. Yeah. I mean, I guess they'll look at these viewership numbers and then see what would happen as far as like how people are feeling right now about this particular fight and how it looks. So it'll take, I guess, maybe a month or two before they might pursue it again and see what's if they're interested in putting their money in there. All right, here we go. Number 7. Naoya Inoue is the real pound for pound king of boxing at this time. Fact or fiction?
man, that could be both because this kid, he's really good. And the problem is that weight division has no names. Not
Mm-hmm.
enough names that people get excited about. People are only getting excited because it's him,
Mm-hmm.
not the opponents that he's fighting. So, you know,
Boy, was I wrong about the MJ Agmadalia fight. Jeez, I thought he was going to pull off the upset. Man, no,
Oh,
he whooped his ass.
oh no.
Made it look easy, Coach.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey.
he's just that good, man. You got to
Yep.
give him a lot of props. He's running through people that everybody thinks is going to be hard fights. He's making them look so easy, but he's just that good. And the problem with him is it's hard for him to be considered pound for pound because he just don't have names in the division that people are excited about that can really give him the competition. He's
Yep.
running through people like they're not even there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you've had some of the fighters that he's taken on that have went on to become world champions later on, but like you said, it's not the names. Even though he's defeated Nito Donaire,
Yeah,
twice. He defeated Stephen Fulton.
yeah,
A couple of other fighters that have been on to become world champions is still not enough to kind of like put him up there. I had like mentioned it earlier. I said, at least right now, of course, for me, it's recency bias. You're gonna have Crawford at number one. I probably could still have Usyk at number two when he was number one before this fight that happened Saturday. So it could be, Crawford, Usyk, and Inoue. I just felt like Inoue was going to defeat MJ anyway. I just didn't feel like MJ had enough tools to, really compete with Inoue. So that's how, I have the top three currently right now.
Right. I can
So
agree.
yeah, I just have to formulate extensive pound for pound list because I don't necessarily do a top 10. I do a pound for pound top 16, and let me tell you, it's pretty tough to do a top 16.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh man,
Well,
once
you
you
put Devin the Dream Haney on there, man. I think you've got a crack list.
You have to know the nightmare you said.
oh no,
Ah.
oh god, oh
No, after the P. Diddy house, it's Devin the Wet Dream Haney.
hey 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 hey, hey, hey. Oh man,
Uh,
I
no,
guess
I
I
like
guess
Devin is a good.
Ah, Chingao.
Dang, I guess I would kind of throw my pound for pound list in the trash there. Oh, jeez. All right. Here we go. Here we go with number 8. Journalist Sean Zattel will never get credentialed to another TKO or Zuffa boxing event and definitely won't get a one-on-one interview with Dana White. Fact or fiction?
Well, I don't know anything because I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, you didn't see the press conference.
No, I didn't.
Let's go ahead and skip this because we're running out of time, James.
Yeah. We'll skip that there. All right, let's go to number 9 then. Uh, if Netflix wants to reach over 50 million live viewers for the next event, they should sack Kellerman, Lopez, and Ward and hire Shields, Heron, and Arabella instead.
Oh, that's a fact. We should be
Yes,
there.
that's a fact. Come on now.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Oh
Let's do
Who
it.
man,
was the guy doing the blow-by-blow commentary?
No,
he's a UFC commentator.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
UFC
sense.
look up.
It's pretty obvious he didn't know jack poop about boxing.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
terrible, guys.
yeah.
Terrible. I would have rather heard Mamma Mia.
Mauro Ronaldo.
Yep.
It was
Now, I'll tell you
terrible.
what, Mauro Ronaldo is one strange cat, dude, isn't he?
Mhm.
And I'm being nice.
Oh yeah. He is. He is.
Oh, Chihuahua. Let's go on to the next one, Ron.
All right, here we go. Number 10. Canelo fans are correct when they blame the 1 a.m. Eastern Time start for his dismal beatdown from Terence Bud Crawford. Fact or fiction?
fiction.
You mean they don't have a point, coach?
They don't have a point at all. They don't have a point at all.
Woo!
Crawford
Oh,
had to
man.
endure the same thing. When you have two fighters having to endure the same thing, you
Yep.
can't blame it. You can't blame it. And then Canelo is a younger fighter. So I can see it affecting the older fighter, but it didn't. So, no.
Well, only if he's as
Well-
old as Luis Ortiz.
Right.
Well, he's supposed to be in a nursing home right now anyway.
His
He's supposed to
bedtime
be
is
fighting in a couple weeks.
him.
Is he?
I think over in Orlando he's supposed to be fighting.
Oh, my.
Oh, didn't he fight one of the Pero brothers?
No, he's not fighting one of the Perro brothers.
No, I don't think so.
He's no. Mm-mm.
I don't think that'll happen.
Nah, they ain't. Yeah, they ain't gonna have that happening.
No.
So
No.
they'll be on the same card. Yeah, but
Same card, but they won't fight each other.
Yeah, they ain't gonna fight each other. No.
Huh.
Yeah, this is actually what is it? This Saturday? Yeah. This. Wait a minute. All right. According to BoxRec, Luis Ortiz is fighting a guy by the name of Philip Penson in a bout scheduled for 8 rounds, and Penson's record is 8 wins, 4 losses, and 3 draws.
Penson? Boy, that sounds like a stiff.
Sounds like it.
Penson?
Here's a stiff.
Penson?
Yep.
Hey, how about that heavyweight named Penson, Ronnie?
Oh, man.
You know, that's the first one.
Hey, he sure does sound like a contender. Penson.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Ching
goodness.
out, dude.
Man. Oh goodness, yeah, that was crazy there. And shout out to more people that's been able to join in, like Denise Swartz is in the building. Good evening to you,
Oh, it's
brother Jeff
terrible.
T is also on there, and he says here with the Netflix thing, the bag will be offered again. Benavidez he loses to, and he says that Shiraz is a tough one to call, but he sees Turkey Alosik winning both of those fights. But they could do a Crawford versus Benavidez for, I guess, the 168 or 168, 175 if Benavidez takes on and defeats Bivol. So maybe that could happen. I don't
Oh,
know.
Ching
That
out.
would have been
Look,
like for like what
guys.
2027 or something, given that Terence Crawford fights once a year.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Look, no. He knows he's gonna. That window of fighting Canelo is very, very short.
Yeah.
Very short.
Absolutely.
Look, I think both guys fight one more time Cinco de Mayo next year, and then they both ride off into the sunset.
Yeah. That'd
They
be
don't have anything left to prove, guys.
no,
And they definitely need to stay away from David Benavidez in his prime.
no
Come
doubt.
on.
No doubt.
They've
Yeah.
got nothing left to prove, guys. Let
Nothing.
them have a victory lap. Let Canelo get one more opportunity to win his belts back, and that's it. Call it a day, guys.
Absolutely. Best thing
Oh man,
to do.
poor
Yeah.
Canelo. Poor Canelo.
Wouldn't say poor Canelo.
Yes, Andy Ruiz says he's making a comeback against Deontay Wilder. How do you
Oh,
like that, Ronnie?
Why? Who cares about that fight?
Oh, Chingal.
uh,
Yeah, why? Because Terrell Herndon wasn't available.
oh man. And shout out to Big Bear Highway 59 in the building. Hey, yeah, Coach Ronnie is looking good. Says hello to the coach. And big
Woo!
shout out
That's
to
about
you,
it, guys. We're
Big Bear.
approaching now 90
Yep.
minutes.
Yep, pretty much kind of like went there when that 90-minute mark. And there's another great show. We got to put something up for this top 10 list because, man, that was something. I don't know, man. We might have to see what the revised list would be. And see
Well, I
what we
tell you
would
what, let's take a look at it next week. But I tell you what, Ronnie, let's give an homage and a special 10 count at the end of the show.
Yes.
One of our warriors passed away, and it was shocking. After all of the great performances, it's the last thing I expected to hear. Can you say a few words about, man, the hitman, Ricky Hatton,
Yeah.
passing away at the tender age of 46?
Yeah, man. I was shocked when I heard that. You know, this guy, man, he was such a good fighter that, it didn't matter who he fought. He never turned out. He was a real fighter. And it's sad to hear that he passed in a manner that he did, you know. And, and I know all the people in Britain probably are sad about this too, because he has so many fans. And he fought everybody they put him in the ring with. He never ducked anybody. Ricky Haddon he was a real fighter. And, boxing world definitely going to miss Ricky Haddon.
There it is, guys. James, I tell you what, I was devastated because Ricky saw him fight several times live, and man, he was always such a fun guy. Like at the press conference, his press conferences were events. Not only did he attract a bazillion fans,
Yeah.
but he was funny. Like you couldn't wait to how was he going to insult his opponent next? He was hilarious, and man, I tell you what, we're really going to miss him. And
Absolutely.
yeah, that was this one really hit me hard, guys.
Yeah, I think it hit everybody hard because, man, if you knew Ricky, He was a great guy also, besides
Yeah,
being a great fighter. You know, and man, it was sad to hear.
I tell
yeah,
you what, our heart goes out to his entire family, his parents,
Yes,
his young son Campbell,
yeah,
his brother Matthew, and I
yeah,
tell you what, it's well, that's a real tragedy. God rest his soul.
man.
yes, indeed.
Yeah. I have to see if I could, just reshare like, what I said the other day about him. So hopefully this audio goes through. But I'll just, just run that segment there. So I'm gonna just do it like this. Particularly within those weight classes there, 135, 140, 147. The thing with Ricky Hatton was he was, a fighter there that, kind of like established himself, particularly at 140, built himself a following there, over in, England, Manchester, particular or whatever it was, right? And then he was able to like have a following that was like, none other. But then everyone knows like his kind of like his defining moment was his bout against Kosuzu, uh, there for the IBF Super Lightweight Championship, and for him to not only outpoint him but to stop Kosuzu there at 140 within that era of Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, and that type of thing there at 140 pounds, kind of like had him stand out, and so that's when they had to talk about potentially having him facing Floyd Mayweather Jr. And it eventually happened there in December of 2007 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And I talked about it earlier when it comes to boxing atmospheres and having stadium fights in comparison to like arenas like a basketball arena or something like that. Like the scene there between Floyd Mayweather and Ricky Hatton that fight week, having all those UK fans there, having them in the building, screaming for it. Ricky Hatton is probably one of the crazy scenes there for boxing within that time period. And yeah, he had those those losses to Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, and he after that, he had been out the game for some time, and then tried to come back a few years later, but ended up losing there. So, but yeah, he was dealing with a whole lot after that, and eventually succumbed to those struggles there. But he had been one of the more notable fighters within that particular era, like within like 2004 through 2007, 2008, or whatever it is there. So for Ricky Hatton, there, leaving us here like earlier today, man, that was a serious blow to the boxing community there. But as they say, man, you don't play boxing, and Ricky Hatton, he gave it his all, there in every single fight that he pretty much had. So, got to give props to Ricky Hatton and what he was able to do in his professional career. And there you go. That is, my message there about Ricky Hit Manhattan. And with that being said, that's our close here to this edition of Real Boxing with Ronnie Shields, and we have your parting shots for the people there, Coach Ronnie.
As always, you can follow me on Instagram at official Ronnie Shields.
On behalf of our co-host here, Brother Joseph Heron of Warweek Boxing, I am J.R. Bell of the Boxing Source, and that is Real Boxing with Coach Ronnie Shields. Have a great evening, everybody.
Boxing Source proudly presents Real Boxing with legendary fight trainer Ronnie Shields.